She's not an astrologer. She's the Vice President and General Manager of List Hub at Move, Inc. Please welcome Celeste Starchild.
Hi. Greetings, Inman. How are you today? I'm here to take you guys on a 10-minute tour around the world. We're going to talk about the global portal landscape. Those of you who don't know me, I work for Realtor.com and Move. I'm part of the management team for their professional software businesses. And I operate a business called List Hub that is kind of the who's who of portals, domestic and global. So I have some interesting insight into what's going on. And this is all very relevant to those of you who are practitioners in real estate. We've seen the number of international transactions going up year over year over year. Worldwide, they're going up. And across the planet, what we see is 30% of all the international real estate purchases are made by outside the United States buyers purchasing property within the United States. So by far, here in the US, we have the biggest opportunity within the international space. Now, that 30% represents 8% of all the transactions in the United States today. So 8 doesn't sound like a lot, but 1 in 12, that's 1 in 12 home purchases within the US today are purchased by an international buyer. So it's highly relevant. It's no longer part of a luxury trend or a movement that only takes place in LA and New York and Miami. We're seeing a rise within the secondary cities like Charlotte and Irvine, and places that are more affordable for international buyers. And all those international buyers coming into the United States, by far the biggest category that's growing is Chinese buyers. So the NAR put out a new report just a couple of months ago with some updated statistics. Chinese buyers in the US now represent almost a third of international buying activity. So it continues to just grow and grow. There are a lot of reasons for this. Related to economic factors, the affordability and the stability of real estate here in the US that we enjoy. It's worth paying attention to. I think it really applies to everybody's business here. If you haven't seen the latest NAR statistics, we brought some to share with you. It's a total of over $100 billion business, growing 13% year over year here in the US. I mentioned they're coming in from China, but other top destinations are India, Canada, and Mexico, and the UK, of course. And so every locale really has a different footprint. It's really worthwhile to do the research and understand within your community what the hot spots are. If you have tech businesses, pharmaceuticals, et cetera, there's a likely chance that big companies and big businesses are recruiting from specific geographies around the world. So it's worth learning about your own community, your own city, what's going on. Check with your MLS or check with the National Association of Realtors and get a report and take a look at that. So not only are consumers kind of crossing lines and the world is getting smaller and flatter for consumers, but also in the portal world, we're seeing a lot more of the portals becoming multinational. And reaching out and having a presence in numerous different countries. So we see a lot of consolidation there. Couple of examples, and there really are many of these around the globe today, but a couple of examples are, Move, of course, being acquired by News Corp, is also, the REA Group is also one of the owners of Move. So they're, a #1 portal in Australia, and have taken an interest now in Realtor.com, leading portal here in the US. Same company is involved in numerous different initiatives around the world. They've launched a website called MyFun, a website in China, a brand new site in the Chinese space, as well as initiatives throughout Europe. So we're seeing a lot of that. We're seeing consolidation. The #1 portal in Italy recently acquired the #1 portal in Greece. Again, we're just seeing the boundaries shrink and more multinational presence among all the portals. So I want to talk to you about the #1 real estate portal on the planet. It's called Fang.com. You may have heard of it in the past by the name of SoFun. I really liked the name So Fun better than Fang, but Fang means home in Chinese, so I don't think they might not realize what it means in English, but it's a tremendous website. They receive 30 million unique visitors per month. I mean, 3 million per day, which is, for context, greater than the sum of all of our U.S. portals combined. I mean, it's a massive, mammoth site, and they're doing a lot. They're doing a lot of the same things that portals here in the United States are doing. They're launching mobile apps. They're going international. They're displaying listings from all over the world. So we'll talk a little bit more about that. Another big heavyweight in the global arena is a website called Rightmove out of the UK. They've been the leading site in the UK for a number of years now, and they get 10 million unique users per month. Tremendous traffic on Rightmove. It's the go-to place within the UK for real estate, displaying over 1 million properties. And they also display international properties as well. So they've really gone global as a portal. A lot of these portals around the world, they're just like the portals we read about in Inman News here in the US. They're doing a lot of the same things. We're seeing the same trends all across the planet. Big advertising spends. So just like here in the US, we're seeing big investments in media, TV, and online, and really promoting these portal brands. We can see our friend Elizabeth Banks, spokesperson for Realtor.com. You guys have probably seen the commercials. A lot of energy and a lot of excitement around building these brands within consumers. Realestate.com.au has also launched some really, really massive media campaigns, and Rightmove in the UK has done the same thing. Just like here in the US, we have our portal wars, something we open up Inman to every day to. There's similar drama going on around the world. So in the UK, I'd like to tell you a little story about the competition between Rightmove and Zoopla. So these are fierce competitors, and they've been neck and neck, just battling it out for the last few years. And a new player came into the market, and it's called On the Market, onthemarket.com. So they came out, they launched their website, and they made a deal with all of the agents who wanted to advertise on onthemarket.com. What they said was, you can advertise your listings on our website, but you have to choose one other site to place them on. So we're not asking for your listings exclusively to be displayed on our site. You can pick one other site, either Zoopla or Rightmove, but you can't put it on both. So if you're with us, you can't be with both of those guys. So it's a really interesting strategy and a really aggressive strategy. And as a result, a lot of agents took advantage of this opportunity. They put their listings on onthemarket.com, and Zoopla's kind of losing this game. Now it's still early, and this is very fresh news, so if you guys get tired of watching the portal drama here in the United States, you can check out what's going on in the UK and follow this story. But right now, Rightmove seems to be benefiting from all the changes. So another big trend, all these sites are becoming more of a homeowner destination site, not just home search. So we're seeing that all around the globe. I'll tell you a little bit about what's unique, though. There are two, I think, major differences between what we do here in the United States and outside the U.S. Outside the U.S., there's no such thing as a free listing. You pay to play. It's like advertising in the newspaper. You pay a fee, and you display the listing online. There are also often no exclusive listings in many of these countries. And so as a result, there's less of a concern about the ownership of the data and the control over the listing photos and so forth. So it's very, very loose is what we find. So I want to give you guys a couple of very useful takeaways. So if you're in real estate, things that you can use to take back home with you and benefit your business. And so the first thing is learn about your local market in terms of what international buying activity is going on. It's really going to benefit you. And now's the time to do it. 1 in 12 transactions. The second piece of advice I'll share is identify a team. When you're working with international buyers, you're often going to be involved with, or your client is going to be involved with, complex immigration issues, tax issues, and so forth. So it's a really good idea to know who your local resources are in these areas and assemble a team and be prepared. Learn about the differences in how business is conducted in other countries. There are a lot of big differences. And so being sensitive to those differences within those groups that you're going to be serving is absolutely critical. And finally, I'm going to suggest the most boring thing in the world, education. I can't emphasize it enough. The NAR offers the designation for international, and it's CIPS. I've taken the course myself. It's fantastic. I couldn't recommend it enough. So hopefully those are useful tips for you guys that'll help you take advantage of this growing opportunity. And that's it. Thank you guys so very much. I hope you learned something, and have a great day. Enjoy Connect.